And without faith, it is impossible to please him. That's what we are told in the 6th verse of the 11th chapter of Hebrews. All these marvelous things are taught us in Scripture, but man doesn't see it correctly. He sees it as secular history, and it isn't secular history. The whole thing is salvation history. The whole thing is all about God. And God became man, that man may become God. So he's actually seated here in everyone who is seated here. And you say, I am, that's God. There is no other God. So when you hear the word God tomorrow, or you hear the word Jesus, or you hear the word Lord, don't fail in your test and let the mind jump on the outside to something other than yourself. For the God spoken of in Scripture is your own wonderful human imagination. That's God. There isn't a thing in this world that you see now as a fact that was not first imagined. You name it, name one. It was all first imagined. Now you may say, well, the tree, I didn't bring that in. Yes, divine imagining. In the depths of your own being you did. On the surface you can see all the things that you do. Like the clothes you wear, they had first to be imagined. The very building in which we are now housed, it had to be imagined. All these preceded the evidence that came into the world. But if you go beyond that and say, well, after all, the stones were not, and the trees were not, yes, they were. They were all imagined in the depths of your own being. But now you came to the surface in these garments, and you can see the evidence of what man imagines in the world. He had first to imagine going to the moon before he could conceive the means to get to the moon. And you and I have to imagine everything in this world before it can become a fact in this world. For there isn't a thing that you and I will call a fact that was not first imagined. So objective reality is solely produced through imagining. And you can start now to imagine a more noble world for your own self and for your immediate circle. You don't have to go into the whole vast world, your immediate circle. A more noble, more lovely thing that you want to experience in this world. And if you imagine it and believe that what you have imagined is fact, it'll become a fact. I tell you, imagining creates reality. Because God, imagining, is creating. And man, imagining, is God. And so he is creating. Now look at the world and see what we've done with it, because we did not know what we were doing. The morning's paper will show you the most horrible things in the world. And that's all man's imagination. It need not be. But we are fed it morning, noon, and night because man has not controlled his own wonderful human imagination. When he does, he will have, well, heaven on earth.